Welcome to Mid-Ohio in the TCRs. Today we're going to be rocking the Mercedes because, well, I've driven the Mercedes so little, it's still actually at level 47. And with the tune that was probably put on it about 2 years ago. So you can only imagine how well this is going to go. Giving everybody a bit of time to get ahead and starting last, we already have one victim off into the dirt and another two recovering from their own escapades up ahead. Coming down towards turn one is going to be a little bit interesting as one MG's off to the right and Hyundai is rejoining the track from the left and an Elantra is holding us up in the middle. Coming out to the side, we're in one piece, gained a few places behind TJR 22 up ahead, and TJR becomes our main character throughout this race because, to be fair, me and TGR do end up having some great battles. It's basically me and them working our way through the pack. The Fafaf or the Lavork has decided to take a new approach to that corner and mistakenly cut it. Sadly, the Ghosting didn't stay on long enough, so we couldn't capitalize upon that situation. TGR is just working their way through the pack and, well, succeeding, to be quite honest. And so are we as we enter this corner now. 3 positions gained in one corner alone as everybody follows the MG, leaving the inside wide open for us to catch up to TJR up ahead. You see this Mercedes. This Mercedes is one of mountains of understeer, but if you just flick it in, let the back end rotate, it will slide sideways happily through every corner, and it is an absolute gem to drive. Coming up over start finish line for start of lap 3, going to go up the inside of the trio to our left and discovering it probably wasn't the wisest idea. The warders like to eat you. We get a collision penalty severity 1 because we was up the inside of the Audi and we had a little bit of contact. Nobody was put in harm's way in the making of turn 1, but the stewards were bored and decided, you know what, Flash? Time to get hammered a little bit. And to be fair, it is actually quite a daft penalty because, again, nobody was put at a disadvantage. Everybody's still where they are, besides Mooney's behind, but that's their own fault. They're rocking the fart can, and as we all know, the fart can absolutely is a brilliant car, but just the sound of it absolutely sucks. Coming round this section here, getting right up behind TGR, Kermit the Frog has quit the race, and that is another contestant down. Makes you wonder what happened because they were up in front as we gained a position from them quitting, possibly got sent off into the Shadow Realm or went off to the Garden Center and just didn't like what they were offering. Flash, keep it on the track, you can do it, and Mercedes, behave yourself, stop showing off. And that's pretty much what this Mercedes really does. It just happily shows off sideways all the way through and it's so manageable. It's not even funny. But it's not the fastest, you know, because you're not at full traction on the track. So, yeah, what it lacks in pure speed, it gives you in happiness. That's all I can say about that. Now, TGR went off into the pits quite early, so I can only presume they were on soft tyres. We have Lip up in front. Now, Lip is a unique kind of driver, as in they will list lazily over to the left to close that door a little bit. And when there's a little bit of contact, oh, there's somebody there. Maybe turn on your radar. You would think that, but coming out the other side, a little bit of contact on the way out, fair enough. You know, we are running front-wheel drive cars, and when you put the power on, they like to understeer. But this track is wide. Why are you gluing next to me? You can see me just going, you can see the whole track ahead of you. But I nearly fell into their trap and ultimately backed out from it. See how much they were pushing us over as we enter that corner there. No problem, Lip. What goes around comes around, and we have another 8 laps to go, so plenty of time for that to come around. And it does come around, to be fair. They absolutely balls up turn 1 and we could just send it up the inside, claim that position and then defend it off to a certain degree. Gonna park it on the apex in this corner here, which is really kind of brutal because you could take it at many different angles and come out the other side at many different places. But parking on the apex, making them lift off and touch that brake pedal, ultimately slows them down and gives us the position away. Now I'm going to call him Muzi. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Does the best job at holding up the whole situation. So with a little bit of TCR elbow door rubbing, we're going to take that position away from them. Not the ideal entry into this corner here. So, do you know what? I'm going to park it on the apex because that was definitely slow flash. But we are in need of new front tires, which will be coming very, very soon because our tires are really not lasting. Mercedes does like to eat them, as well as Mid-Ohio is not exactly the most gentle on tires. Coming out of the pits, though, we are in position 13. Obviously, there's some people who have chosen not to pit on a different tire strategy. Right behind TGR22, so that's a pretty good place to come out, really. Kind of where we were earlier, pace-wise with each other. Soap is also not pitting, so they are going to definitely be slower than us, and we need to get past them, gain that position back, because as they keep slowing us down, TGR up ahead is going to keep getting away, and we don't need that in our bag. We need to gain that position back. That corner there is certainly not one of my stronger points. I do forget to turn it a lot and just catches out every now and again. Now Audi's off into the pits. We're going to really nail it up behind Soap, use a bit of their slipstream from the power of the fart can, and see if we can make it around at least along this straight here, or on the comeback ourselves. Up the inside, a little bit of contact with Soap, kind of a tactical nudge, making them aware I am behind them, I am looking to take that position, and kind of gets in their head a little bit, and they're a little bit more on guard, which may mean that we'll be able to capitalize on that situation. Coming out of this corner though, we have really capitalized. Soap went off to the left. We have a much better run to the right hand side, and the MG behind them AI player may follow us through. I don't think they are. I was hoping they might follow us through a little bit to create a battle with Soap while we kind of eke away. Going around to this corner now, down to third gear, into second. Soap went to look up the inside, but something happened and ultimately didn't pay off. TGR up ahead is only 1.3 seconds away. They're also rocking a 0.5 second penalty as well, which is absolutely ideal. Not many laps in this race left to go. We are in position 8. Let's see if we can get past TGR up ahead and try and make a little bit of more ground. Lap 11, right up behind TGR. Not too sure what tyres are on. They're more than likely going to be on hard tyres. I don't think medium tyres will last this long. If they are, they would be absolutely ruined by now, and it may work out in our favour. They've got to be on minor wear. They're on mediums. Hard tyres will last a duration, but they're not going to be that quick. They are defending. They are driving very well. Maybe a little bit too defensive, thinking about the situations, not concentrating on what's in front, but on behind. And ultimately, I just sent it up the inside. TCR not through we go. Out the other side in position 7. Now, FAF up ahead has chosen not to pit. 4.9 seconds away. Quite a lot of time to find. May be able to do it if we can drive better than what we have just done there. That was not spectacular whatsoever, but 2.5 seconds per lap to find just wasn't enough, and they are 3.5 seconds ahead at the moment. Closing that door down sideways in the Mercedes. I think they're in the Lavore. Yeah, that was the person in the Lavore from earlier. Could well be on medium tyres and actually making it work, because that Lavore is so good on tyres. But it doesn't end there, because we're going to head over to Homestead, Miami, where there wasn't many people in the race, but the people that were in the race, or a couple of them, were rather... well, I'll let the video do the explanation. Starting the race off in the Ashtray for the change as well. Haven't driven the Ashtray for a little while. Going to move over to the right side, let everybody get past. Again, there was only like 13 or 14 of us in the race. It really was not a lot of us in this lobby. Kind of crazy, really, because the other lobby previously was fully populated. Now, turn 1 obviously delivers turn 1 chaos. Menace. Menace by name and Menace by nature. As you can see, Rocky Gamer on the other side is exactly the same. They are two unique individuals who I think probably fell out of Forza Horizon and tried joining Forza Motorsport, because that's exactly the racecraft you're going to see here. Coming down towards this corner now, breaking down second gear. Again, the Ashtray is a very good car. It's got a very good tune on it, so it is a very capable machine. Rocky Gamer, on the other hand, is not. As you can see, we're going in a straight line. They turn left because in a straight line, you do turn left. Breaking down for this corner now, probably a little bit too early, but aired on the side of caution. I thought I was going to get dive bombed, but kind of did get dive bombed. And now we're going to get shoved off the track. I should have backed out here, but, you know, defiance and an illegal pass awarded for that overtake, but we're still in front, and you know, it was kind of tempting to deliver some intense justice and karma, but yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm just going to kind of park it on the apex and just make them not know where to go. They can't get through. Menace, on the other hand, destroys a Golf, but that Golf is now facing the wrong way at this track. Not ideal. Maybe if he was doing it in reverse, it'd be optimal, but not today. No. Rocky game of 2.5 seconds away. Not too sure what happened with them. Probably hit the curb a bit incorrect and bounced the car around and absolutely stitched them up. Catching up to Menace though. Menace has decided to become a little bit of a lawnmower. I mean, the sound of the car is not far from a lawnmower themselves. Thing is, at the moment, we know what Menace's behavior is like, and we've seen it with a car already. Are we going to be safe to overtake that car and not have a moment? Or should we err on the side of caution and make sure that when we do overtake, we absolutely nail it through, that there is no recovery from that other car? And that's the kind of question we need to think about whilst you're racing and trying to really start making places, because you don't want to be hit in a tight corner and Forza physics sending you off to oblivion, but you still want to gain that position. You don't want to be held up by that said driver. And again, you see Menace is sending it up the inside of this corner here. Probably not the smartest bulb in the pack, and just keeps nudging Mercedes out of the way. And well, while that's a position gain for us, it's not ideal for that Mercedes driver. You do get the inkling of feeling as the brakes may fail as we enter this corner here, but we're not that kind of person. What we are though is going to nail it up the inside here and have the inside line. If you're going to cut across, we are going to send you off into that wall, because that wall is very grabby. But they don't. And that's what really caught me off guard. They don't. We break down for this corner now. They're breaking up the inside. Back out as I turn in and let us go. So I think they like us. Yeah, I don't know. They're just clearing the path for us. You know, it's, yeah, 4.1 seconds away from the cars up in front. We have to make a bit of time back. Menace has quit the race, so we no longer have that person here clearing the way for us up in front, sadly. But yeah, that was a really chaotic start to the race, and that was a really sideways entry to this straight here. On the plus side though, we're not too far away from the cars up in front, and it did take us a couple of laps to get there. We have Jarve up in front in the lovely Ford Focus. Not a car I have chosen very often, but it's alright. The only thing is when it changes gear and the turbo dump valve kicks in, or, you know, you hear the turbo, it sounds like someone's sneezing. Achoo, achoo, all the time. It's kind of loud and annoying. It does have a secret hidden talent though. It takes a while to get there, but when it gets there, it does really have quite a high top speed. Wonder if we can outbrake the Ford Focus. Kind of looking to make a move there, but ultimately backed out because it was quite a lunge, to be fair, and I didn't want to destroy Jarve up in front. Rather, you know, put a bit of effort into it than, you know, Menace and the Rocky Horror Show that disappeared. Kind of like that. Lovely move. Jarve gave us space as well, and we went through zero contact. Beautifully done. Thank you ever so much. TGR 22 up ahead again in a different coloured car than our inner Link, where in the previous race they were in the Audi. Forgets that pitting is a choice at this track, and a choice that you need to make. But come out the other side with a fresh set of soft tyres. Yeah, because you can go medium to soft here. TGR though forgets that there is a car to the left hand side, and when there's a car there, hitting the apex just doesn't work out. But you know what? We didn't get a penalty for that one. Well, I know the stewards must have been, you know, at a cafe eating something and didn't see what happened, because we've been hammered up to now. And by lap 12, we're in position 7, 1.2 seconds away from TJR behind. Thankfully, For lessons of a crash, we have Muzi up in front, who decided that to go gardening in that situation. That corner is kind of a bit of a pig to do as well. Once you go that little bit wide, the grass swallows you whole and away you go. But they are only 0.8 seconds away. We can close that gap because this Astra brakes insane. It really does stop on a dime. And you can see how quickly we have caught up to that car. Not only that, I think they forgot to change gear because they're bouncing off that limiter. This car is on soft tyres, so we're going to really gain upon them as well with handling and power. To add a little bit more to what's going on lap 13, 00 Cool 2428 has not pitted this race, probably on hard tyres, and it is doable. You know, I was halfway around this track and I realised that you can actually do a hard no stop here. It's easily doable, and I didn't take advantage of that, but never mind, we did a different tactic and we're now in position 5. TCR Shockwave 4.3 seconds ahead. You think it's all over. It is not. The trio of cars up ahead delivers us a present in the final corner. 4.2 seconds away, 0 Cool behind, 2.8 seconds behind us. The last few corners is ours, peace and quiet as we send it through, braking at about 70 meters away. Round this corner now, and you can see a victim has fell foul to turning right on a left-hander. And you know what? Jacquard 71 has handed us position 4 in the bag. Thank you ever so much for watching. See you all next time.